Can you hear me now? Testing. Let me know in the chat. Can you hear me? Ivan? Yes? Okay, apologies for that, guys. I'm not really sure what was going on there. Just had some issues with the sound. The lobby came up a bit late as well. Hopefully we're okay now. Hopefully. Could I just get another confirmation that you can hear me? Been talking to myself for about 10 minutes. Alright, thank you, Smoke. So obviously we're here with Tier 3 of the Invictus Racing League. Apologies again for that. Not really sure what was going on, but I just had to do a quick reset and it seems to be okay now. So we're up and running. Obviously we're nearly halfway through qualifying now, so we're getting to the quick times. Keza up top. But yeah, we're here with the Tier 3. You can go check out Tier 4 if you like as well, Xerox over there. If you're interested in a driver maybe in Tier 4, or you'd like to stick it out with me here in Tier 3. There's loads of options. So yeah, it's good to see 4 tiers this season. So yeah, we're really growing and that's great to see. And we're brought to you here this evening, as we have been all season, in partnership with Gridfinder and Ventura's Studio. Now, Ventura's Studio is a creative haven for top-tier livery and graphic design. Ventura's guiding motto, bring your fantasy into reality. It encapsulates their dedication to turning dreams into visually stunning realities through their high-quality craftsmanship. Obviously, these are two great partners, and you can go check them out on Google, or if you have another browser. I'd really recommend it. But yeah, so getting into the deep end now. 8 minutes left of qualifying, around this tricky circuit in my opinion. A lot of tricky corners here with Kez. I'm not sure if he's on a lap. Just have to fix the audio, so I'm a bit out of sync with the what's going on track. Apologies. Watching Kez at the moment. Checking on Joe Hamster, of course, the championship leader. He's leading by quite a few points so early into the season. Of course, he's got 2 wins already. He's been super quick so far, so he'll be hoping for another podium at least, I think. No pressure. And yeah, his teammate Louis as well. See if Kez is he on the lap? I think he might be. We'll stay on board for now in the Ferrari. Of course, he's got a new teammate as well, or a reserve teammate in Mantino. He'll be hoping for a good result as well. Looking at Kez now, he is quick. He's a quick man. He was in Tier 2 last season, so he's no slouch. Coming through the final couple of corners. He's hit the apex nicely there. To the last corner. Turned in well. Good exit. What has he done? Oh, it's slower. Okay. Who else is on a lap? Checking with Bontobi. No. I think we might ride with Joe Hamster here for a lap, will we? Oh, he's just done his lap. 33.7 into the top 3. Just 3/10 off pole. He'll be hoping for a little bit quicker, but it's a good lap. See who else we've got here. Louis, is he on a hot lap? Coming through these tight twisting corners. If you get it right, it's brilliant, but if you get it wrong, it's not. He's gone a little bit wide. Turn it back in. Over the bump, over the crest. Down into this heavy downhill braking zone now. It can be tough. If you can get this turned in well, though, he'll get a nice slipstream off his teammates, I believe. Yeah, he's going to get a lovely slipstream here. And Joe should pull out of the way as well. Last minute, yes, he does. That would be quite beneficial for Louis if he can get a clean third sector here. He's got another car up. Hopefully they won't be in the way. Got it turned in. They're well out of the way. Coming through the last sequence here now. See what he can do. The apex on the left. He's gone a little bit wide, but he's alright. Into the last corner. And he's turning and away, get on the throttle. Where has he put himself? He's still in P9. A lot of the drivers into the pits getting ready for their last push. On board with Trends now. I think he might have invalidated that. Yes, he has. Fortunate for him. Got Jürger Alper here. I'm not sure if he's on the lap. Have to wait and see. Pushing. Oh, he's invalidated there, unfortunately. So that will be the end of that lap for him. He'll have to come back into the pits and get ready for one more flyer. Nobody really on the lap at the moment. Gone quiet before, calm before the storm, as they say. You can see the gap there, actually 1.2 off. He'll be hoping for an improvement of nearly a second if he wants to get a good. Oh, he's got some cars coming out of the pits now. Two Ferraris at the top of the timing sheet so far. Keza 1.5 tenths ahead of his reserved teammate Joe Hamster in P3. Venturi Scotty, of course, one of our partners, Venturi. Then we've got Trems, Jamie, Bontobi, Brody, I believe he's new, I haven't seen his name before. Louis and Office Red. Mercedes teammates, Venturi teammates, Kent and Scotty. They'll be hoping for another good result. Everyone just preparing at the moment for their final laps. Let's see. Maybe we'll go to the Aston Martin of Jamie. He seems to be the first car. Just preparing for his lap. Get those tyres into a nice decent window. Not too hot, but also not too cool. Get them warmed up nicely. Heading into the final corner now. We'd want to get a good exit off this corner to really give him that drive up into turn one. Here we are, we'll watch his time now. To the first corner nicely, get a nice exit. We've got a yellow flag in sector one. It must be just cars going slow, preparing for the high speed corners now. Didn't want to get too far up on the curb here, it'll invalidate. Nice turn in. Turned in well here. Up on curb, heading down the crest. See what his first sector is like. Really important corner here. Get a good run up onto the back straight. A really long back straight here at Kota. I think drivers will be trying to find that balance in their setup where they can get the straight line speed, but also the downforce in the corners in turn 1 or in sector 1 and sector 3. And he's just got an Alpine ahead of him. Hopefully they'll get out of the way just about. Possibly a little hindrance there. Jamie had to go a little bit wide. The final few corners, completely flat out here, no lift needed. Hit the apex nicely out onto the right hand side, turning in for the final corner. And his driveway, where is that going to put him? That puts him P2, just not even 200ths behind Keza, but that is a good lap time. I'm sure he'll be happy enough with that. We've got a crash, I think, in the first sector off red. We've got Louis. Let's see who's next across the line. Joe is slowing down. I think that's it for him. P4 for Joe so far. I don't know if that's going to be enough to even get him into the top 5. We'll have to wait and see. We've got the Mercedes coming into the final corner here. Scotty, what can he do? Can this put him up? Oh, it's put him pole. He's pole less than a 10th ahead of Keza, and Keza's already done his lap, so that could be pole. We'll have to wait and see. We'll see who's next across the line. I think it could be Louis if he's on a lap. He's gone slightly quicker. Let's see what he can do. So far Scotty's put in a good time there of a 33.4. Coming through the final few corners. We just missed apex there, gone a little bit wide. I'm not sure if that will be enough to keep him down where he is. We'll have to see. He's up to P8, a little bit of an improvement here. We have Bon Toby coming into the final corner as well. See what he can do, where he can put himself. Is he pushing? No, he's stayed where he is, so I think that could be it. I don't think Jamie's on the lap, so I think that's it. That is qualifying for Tier 3, the Invictus Racing League. See a lot of happy faces around there. Venturi, Scotty, of course, taking pole. Keza, Jamie, all very close there. Less than a tenth separating the top 3. Very competitive here. Also Joe on P5, he'll be looking to get onto the podium again. Watch out for him on the start. Trends in P6, of course, he's been racing very well so far this season. He'll be hoping to improve, try and get another podium on his name. And 2 Red Bulls of Joseph Grima and Atsu. They'll be a little bit disappointed with that, won't they, in P12 and 13. Of course, 2 very good drivers. They'll be hoping for a lot better in the race, make up a few positions. That is the end of qualifying. Hopefully you can hear me okay. So, we've got Venturi Scotty in P1, starting from P1, and Keza finishes the front row. He'll be looking to get a good start. Joe is sandbagging. When is Joe not sandbagging? That is the question. Jamie 29X in P3, Mantino P4, Joe Hamster P5, Trems, Bon Toby, Louis, Brody and Venturi Kent finish off the top 10 in qualifying. Then we have Office Red, Joseph Grima, Atsu and Uger Alper finishing off the grid. He wasn't able to get a time in. Not sure for the reason for that. Maybe we'll hear later on. But yeah, good qualifying, very close. We'll be looking forward to the race. A lot of overtakes. Hopefully Trends has left the session. Hopefully that's not a problem for him. Hopefully he'll be able to get back in before the start of the race. That'd be really unfortunate for him. Yeah. Bon Toby's left the session as well. Oh, everyone's left. I hope that's not a problem for me on my end. So lobby restart. Okay. We will be back to you shortly. There's a random person in Who is that? That must be Brody. I'm not sure. We will be back shortly. We're going to have to do a lobby restart, so that'll take a few minutes for the grid to get sorted. So we will be back shortly. Yeah, good qualifying so far. I think a lot of drivers, of course, will be happy with that. But, of course, some disappointed ones as well. There always are. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. I'm just going to pause the broadcast while we are waiting. I will be back as soon as I can for the race. Alright, we are back. Should be up and running. If I can just get the heads up from somebody in the chat that they can hear me. Now I've had a few audio issues, so I just want to make sure everything is running smoothly. Of course, this is my first time on JP. Forgot to introduce myself. Yeah, this is my first time leading the comms. Of course, I was there with all good. Okay, perfect. Thanks, guys. What would I do without you? So while we're waiting here, we'll probably be a few minutes trying to get everyone back into the lobby and the grid sorted. I will actually run through the standings of Tier 3. Here we go. So, of course, we have Joe Hamster way out in the lead, 11 points ahead of Trams in second. Then we have Kent and Amos Rambo, who actually moved up to Tier 2. I'm not sure if he's moving back down. Then we've got Ko, who can't be here with us, unfortunately, this evening. Then we've got Venturi Scotty, Office Red, Louis, Keza, and Jofus Greenmat in 10th place, rounding out the top 10 in the championship so far. Of course, we can look back at drivers further down the grid. Bon Toby, he's had a decent quality today, so he'll be hoping for a better result. Of course, he's only got 2 points so far this season, but the position that he's in today, hopefully he'll be able to add to that. Jamie, 29 as well, he's down in P13 in the standings, but he had a very good quality, so he'll be hoping for to increase that by quite a margin today. Could be a few minutes just getting everyone in. Of course, this does happen quite often. Of course, being online and everything, it's hard for everything to run smoothly, as you can tell today with the stream. But hopefully, everything's all right now. I didn't check the weather for the race, so I'm not sure what the weather is saying. Of course, I'd say most of the drivers will be hoping that it's dry to the finish, but of course rain can always bring up the surprise. As we saw in Tier 2 last week, we had quite a manic race. I think a lot of incidents, a lot of overtakes. But I think the less we speak of that, the better, on my part anyway. Yeah. Having issues getting a couple of people into the lobby. Hopefully this will be sorted soon so we can get the race back up and running. 28 laps around Kota. Of course, there'll be high tyre wear around this track, so drivers will be hoping to take care of those tyres a bit to be able to use that one stop to their liking. Apologies for any background noise as well. I'm not sure if you can hear anything. Let me know if you can. I can fix that. I can fix the audio if you like. Of course, while we're waiting to get back up and running, you can go over and check out Tier 4. They should be racing at the moment over there with Xerox commentating. Great commentator. Yeah, looks like they're up and running at the moment. They're actually 5 laps into the race, so you can go check them out if you like. I'm sure a lot of drivers in there will be very familiar to the league. Of course, JPH, Brigsley Harding, two very quick drivers. Of course, they commentate as well. Brilliant commentators. Love listening to the two of them. Yeah, it's good to watch. Just waiting, I think, on one person. I'm not sure if we're ready. Yeah, we're just doing the grid and then we should be ready to go. Let me know in the chat, guys, if there's any issues at all, and I shall do my best to sort that out. I think we're ready to go now. Joe Hamster has given the green light, so everyone readying up will be getting this race underway very shortly. I shall run you through the grid one more time when we get there. Of course, no formation lap in Invictus Racing League. As you know, a lot of issues with the formation lap. A lot of people getting disqualified and the likes. So we've opted to not use the formation lap this season. T2 was just my tiers. Yeah. I don't think you're the only one, Smoke. I think there are a few of us did not have a good experience around Spain last week. Of course, you can check out all the tiers, tier 2 tomorrow, and tier 1 on Wednesday, and then RP on Thursday. We're just waiting for the drivers to ready up, and then we will be good to go. Broken rear wing from lap 6 last week for me, yeah. I noticed that, yeah. A lot of incidents came into the stewards. The stewards were very busy last week, but they did a good job in fairness to them. They work really hard, of course. Everyone is part of the team here at Invictus work really hard to produce the best that we can for all the viewers and for the drivers and everybody. It's really great community. So yeah, we can have some fiery moments, of course, but that's all part of racing, and at the end of the day we're here for fun and we're here for racing. So yeah, it's a good place to be. And we've got 5 red lights and away we go. It's a good start from the 2 front runners. We got Kevin just behind Scotty. Scotty looks like he's going to make it into turn 1 okay. We've got someone dropping way down the field. We got a few spinners. A lot of spinners, a lot of drivers out. Oh, somebody losing the rear end there. Joe making the overtake into 4th, 3rd. No, he's dropped back down to 4th. Ferrari's gone wide. Oh, Joe's gone wide as well. He's down to P5, trying side by side, and he's made the move work. Very good overtake there by Trends. Jamie just sitting behind. Trends gone a little bit wide, but he's okay. Scotty already pulling the gap in nearly a second. He would be delighted if he can get with it over a second gap to Keza already. That'd be great for him. Any battles further back? Not at the moment. It was a relatively clean start. A couple of guys having half spins was pretty decent. We got Uber Alpha here's already made up his position, going down the inside of Atsu. I'll get the tires up for you now in a minute. Locked up a little bit, but he's made it. He's made it. Of course, we have the strategies here. I think most drivers will be going soft medium or medium soft. We'll get the tires up for you now. So we got Scotty on softs, so that's where his good start came from. But he should be able to pull away from the Ferraris a bit. Then we got 2nd down to 5th on mediums. Joe on off red on softs, and then all the way down to Yuger Alpha on mediums, and Joe Screamer and Atsu are going for the different strategies, alternate strategies. Atsu already in the pits, must have got damaged. Looks like they're changing the front wing. Unfortunate for him, must have got damaged there from turn 1 possibly. Scotty already pulling nearly a 1.5 seconds already. He'll be delighted with that. A little bit of a gap between Keza and Mantino as well. Mantino's got Trends right behind him, only 5 tenths behind him. Trends will be looking to make that overtake with DRS in the next lap, if not earlier. Got a bit of a train behind him. We got Trends and Jamie, Joe and Red. He might be looking for the overtake on Joe Hamster here. He's looking for it, I'm not sure. Oh, we've got side by side Trends around the outside. I don't think that's going to work. Oh, it is. He's gone around the outside. That's a brilliant overtake by Trends. He has been fantastic so far. All I see is Michael Fassbender. Thank you, I guess. Alright, Trent 2 seconds behind Kez now with that battling, but he has made the overtake. Great overtake. Yeah, so he's into the podium position. He'll be hoping to chase down Keza. And we've got Mantino still on the back of him though. He's gone a little bit wide. Jamie will be hoping to capitalise on that. Off-board cameras, of course. Yes, thank you. Mantino just behind Trends, just behind Trends here. He's got a little bit of a train behind him as well. Jamie following in his tracks, very close in the first sector. He's already got a time penalty. He won't be happy with that. He'll be on his toes for the rest of the race now, making sure not to make any more mistakes. Joe Hamster right behind him on the softs. He should be quick. He should be able to make the overtake. See now, Jamie has closed in on Mantino, so he'll be hoping to get by. See if he can close in with Slipstream DRS. Using the overtake, is he? Not really, but he's going for it. And he's made it quite easily, actually. Into P4, Jamie, he has been quick, but he does have that penalty hanging over his head. Louis and Kent side by side. And we've got a yellow flag. That's Jamie, is it? Oh, it's a big crash. Mantino and Jamie, they must have made contact somewhere. I apologise for missing that. They've both got damaged by the looks of it. Maybe Jamie might be okay, but certainly Mantino, he's got to go into the pits with that. Fortunate for him. Heading back to the leaders, Keza and Venturi Scotty have pulled quite a gap. Over 2 seconds. This is a virtual safety car. I've missed that as well. Apologies. Mantino is into the pits, just slowly, very slowly into the pits, making sure not to hit that wall or break the speed limit, of course. Oh, we got Jamie and Louis going nearly side by side on the virtual. Kent has got a drive-through penalty. He must have been speeding. Oh, he won't be happy with that at all. Very easy to do, very easy to make that mistake under the virtual, just to go that little bit too early. Of course, that's really ruined his race, I think, for him in the Mercedes, but you never know. Of course, the safety car, anything could bring him back into it, but you won't be too happy with that. We will check those penalties. Yeah, a drive through in a 3 second. Any battles? Keza is closing in on Scotty. He's only half a second behind him now, so he'll be looking to make that overtake. Maybe those medium tyres are coming into their window now, and the softs might be going off already, only on lap 4. But Scotty will be hoping to defend for a few laps at least. Keza, let me look for the overtake now. I think he might just be a little bit too far back. He has got a lot of ERS to use. Probably down the back straight is best. Kent is in the pits to take his drive through. Might as well do it as soon as he can. Disappointing for him. One Mercedes at the top and one Mercedes heading down to the bottom, unfortunately for them. They have been a strong force so far this season. Of course, the McLaren's leading the championship, Joe in 4th, Louis in 6th, so decent haul of points. I think Joe will be looking for that podium though. He does need a safety car now, yes. I think that's his only saving grace at the moment for Kent, Mantino and Atsu at this point. See if Keza will make the overtake. I think he might be a little bit too far back. He is pumping that ERS, but no, he's going to stay back for now, I think. Yeah, he's done the smart thing there. They are pulling away though. They do have the pace compared to Trends and Joe, who are now Trends is best part of 3 seconds behind Keza. Keza is getting very close to Scotty here. Don't think he'll do anything unnecessary. He's a smart driver. He will make the overtake when he feels it's there. This is the only real battle on track at the moment. Kind of evened out since that virtual safety car, I think. And both weaving on the straight there, a little bit cheeky from the two of them, but they stay line astern for now. Joe Hamster looking to close in on trends as well. He's not too far back, but he'll be wanting to get that DRS off trends. Keza and Scotty very close still, even through the twisting per sector. Right up on the back of Scotty is Keza. He's using that ERS as well. Mantino getting the fastest lap on the soft. See what Keza can do down the straight. He'll be hoping to make this overtake. We've got a yellow flag. Who is that? I'm not quite sure. Jamie. Oh no, Jamie spun. Oh, it's just gone bad to worse for Jamie here. Oh, he spun into the wall. Well, Keza has made the overtake. Missed that again on Scotty, so he'll be hoping to pull away, but unfortunate for Jamie. Just must have lost it up over the crest, unfortunately. I'm not sure if he got damage. He might have got, yeah, he's got no front wing. He'll have to box now as well. Go back to the leaders. And Keza and Scotty. Scotty's still going to stay within the DRS. Maybe save up some of his overtake as well to use. No, he's using a bit now. Keza used a bit there as well, just keeping behind. I think Scotty will try and make that overtake down the back straight. We've got Alper here. He's just a little bit too far behind Joe Screamer at the moment. Off-red is closing in. No, he's just made a mistake. They're all kind of in no man's land at the moment. Trend. Oh, yeah. Jamie has retired in the pits. Just gone from bad to worse to even worse for Jamie. He won't be happy. But yeah, he's DNF. Scotty, is he going to use the overtake here on Keza? He's saving it for the moment. I think he understands what Keza is doing here. He's just hide the ERS. Apologies for that. Albert's gone down the inside. His dive bomb, he's made it, I think. Greenman's going to try back down the inside, and he's being smart there, Jürger Alper. He's going to cut back, but he's just not been able to get the traction out of the corner, unfortunately. He's gone for the dive! Surely not. Oh, he's made contact. I don't know about that now. Joseph Greenman won't be happy. He's looking to make that overtake again. I'm not sure if that was the smartest decision, but he did make the move, and there was a little bit of contact. Not sure if the stewards will have anything to say about that. Yeah, naughty, yeah. A little bit naughty. Scotty still keeping up with Keza. They seem to both have the pace on each other. I know that sounds funny, but whoever is leading just can't seem to get away. And Jürger Alper has got a 3-second penalty, so that at the moment would drop him down to P9, but of course they've got a long way to go. Keep an eye on that battle with Bon Toby, Joseph Grima and Jürger Alper, but we're going to go to trends because he has actually got within DRS of the leaders, which is fantastic for him. He's done a great job there to catch up. Joe Hamster, leaving Joe Hamster in the dust, really. So now a three-way battle for the lead. Of course, Scotty on the softs, he'll be starting to lose a lot of tyre grip now. He's going to have quite high tyre wear, but he is still very close to the back of Keza. Joseph Greenman closing right up onto the back of Jürgen Alper as well. He's not going to give this up. Going to go back to the leaders. Scotty has closed in once more on Keza, but just not able to make the move yet. Maybe down the back straight if he can have a good sector one. Trems does seem to have the pace at the moment, so watch out for him. And Joseph Grima has made the overtake. Is Jürgen Alper going to fight back? He is. He's gone a little bit deep. He's going to struggle for traction. Joseph Grima does get him. Yeah. Good cut back there from Joseph Grima. I think he did the smart thing there. Jürgen Alper won't be happy. He's losing the rear end there a bit, but he's just kept it going. Von Toby will be looking to capitalise on this, not get damage or anything, but he will be hoping to make that overtake. We'll head back to the leaders, and he moves. Trends is very close, but not yet. I'm sure it won't be long. Joseph has made that look easy, yes. Great overtake. Louis closing in. Oh, we've got another Bon Toby on Jürgen Alper. That looks like he might have made a mistake by the looks of it. Pushing a bit too hard, maybe. Go back, Louis closing in on his teammate Joe. I think Joe's tires are just going off now. They're going to hit a cliff. Those softs do not last long. He'll be hoping to get them stretched out maybe to lap 11. Then go for the mediums, maybe lap 12, I'm not sure. I wonder if the team team orders will come into play here. Single file at the moment. Jürgen Alper still within DRS of Bon Toby and Joseph, so that does look like a good battle at the moment. Has felt like it's quieting down a little bit, but won't be long until those soft tyre runners head into the pits. That will shake things up nicely indeed. Scotty now, can he close in on Keza? Not at the moment. Keza does seem to have decent straight line speed. Of course, the DRS is a big... Oh, we got Louis making the overtake. Yeah, I think that's fair enough, yeah. Joe let him by. Louis clearly quicker on those mediums at the moment. Maybe Joe can look for the undercut. Yeah, he'll be hoping to keep it in DRS anyway of Louis and drag him up, because Louis is catching that groove ever so slightly. Of course, they'll be getting the dirty air from each other in sector 1 and sector 3. On Toby closing in on Joseph as well. I think, yeah, those soft tire runners are just really struggling now. It is really tough. I think Bon Toby will be patient here. He doesn't need to do anything rash. He knows he has the advantage with the tyres, so he can just hang back for now. Or will he go for it? No, he's too far back. He will wait until the back straight, I would imagine. Has Scotty made a mistake? He's dropping back a little bit. Just, again, as I say, those soft tyres just going off. Not too many incidents so far, which is good to see. A lot of those drivers at the back, Kent, Mantino and Atsu, they'll be hoping for a safe car, of course, but so far it's been clean enough. A couple of mistakes, but not too bad. Good clean racing. Atsu has picked up a penalty. Is that his second penalty? I'm not sure. No, that's his first penalty. So we've got Keza with 3 seconds, Jürgen Alper on 3 seconds, and Atsu on 3 seconds. And Venturi Scotty heads into the pits. He's the first to box onto medium tyres, I would presume. Good stop from the team to get him back out. Yeah, medium tyres for the Mercedes. He'll be hoping to get that undercut on the rest of the field. Office red in as well. Off those worn, very worn soft tyres onto the mediums. Still Bon Toby, Joseph Grima and Jürgen Alper are still in that DRS train. None of them can really get away, although Jürgen Alper's struggling there, but he's just kept it going. I think I wouldn't be surprised to see Joe Hamster box this lap. I think he's seen Scotty go into the pits. I think he will have to follow suit this lap. So those soft tyres really going off. Kind of closing in on Kevin now for the lead. Of course, Kevin with that penalty. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before. Did I miss that? I don't know. I might have missed that, guys. Oh, and Keza has boxed, so he's actually going to go onto the hard tyres. Very surprising. Did not expect that. I suppose he's seen the soft runners and how much they struggled, but that's a little bit surprising. But at least with those medium or with those hard tyres, will give a little bit more stability into the end of the race. So we will see how that works out for him. And Joseph Grima as well in the pits. Joe Hamster is in as well, back out onto the medium tyres. So Keza the only one on hards at the moment, so it is a little bit of a risk, but it should pay off in the last few laps of the race. He is behind Scotty as well. Scotty got the undercut, of course, on those fresh mediums. He'll be hoping to pull away now. He should have the tyre advantage. As long as he can keep it clean. No real battles at the moment. The two Red Bulls, yeah, that's it. Joseph Grima just coming out of the pits on the mediums as well. Will be interesting to see these guys who have boxed early, of course, from the soft tyres, how they will, if that undercut can really come into effect. Joe Hamster going around the outside of your grapple, he'll also get DRS, so that'll be very good for him. Try and catch the well, not race leaders anymore, but there will be Scotty and Keza, of course. Louis and Trends yet to box. Fairly quiet race so far, not too many incidents to report. Trends building a nice gap there, 5 seconds to Louis. Keza just keeping pace just about with Scotty. Dropped out of DRS, but if he can even just stay there, keep within that kind of gap, it will come back to him, of course, as I said, late in the race. We've got red here behind Kent, red on fresh tyres, Kent on the used mediums. Kent, of course, still will be hoping for a safe car to save his bacon. Off straight all over the back of his rear wing. He'll be making that overtake down the back straight in a moment. We've got a yellow flag. Atsu has spun in the S's. Jürgen Alper gets another penalty. Atsu has spun. I'm not sure if he's got damage. He might have done. And I think it might just be best for him to box now. I know he's on those mediums, but they will be wrecked after that. Joe up on the back upon Toby as well. Red did make that overtake. Oh, Joe's gone down the inside. It's a good move down the inside there. Don't see many overtakes around that corner. That was very opportunistic from Joe Hamster to put himself into P5. Keza has actually caught Scotty's within a second. If he can keep within a second through these difficult S's with the dirty air, he will be delighted with that. Although he has just lost a bit of time, it's going to be close. He might just get the RS. Atsu has got a 5-second time penalty for cutting corner. I'm not sure what's happened there. Atsu into the pits. Is he going to retire? It looks. Oh, he was serving the penalty. Was he? I don't know. Yeah, Keza really closed up on Scotty already. Not sure, maybe Scotty's struggling with the setup, but it is quite surprising. This is the only battle on track at the moment. A lot of the cars fairly spread out. And Trems is into the pits. He's to put on the soft tires. He will struggle at the end, but he'll have amazing pace at the start of that stint. He'll try and stay ahead of Joe Hamster. I think he just will. It'll be close. Will be close. Joe just right on the back of him, loses the rear end of it, but he, of course, Joe with the worn tires will have the advantage through the first couple of corners, so he might look to make the overtake while he can, but I think once Trems get those tires fired up, he will be a rocket ship. And Mantino sets another fastest lap, 1:36.6. Keza up on the back of Scotty. I think he's going to look to make the overtake here. He's not using overtake, but he's going to make the overtake into P2. Of course, that will be P1 once Louis boxes. Good move by Keza, nice and clean. Joe is making the move on Trems as well. So that will... Oh, Trems has gone for it. I don't think he's going to make that now. He's got a penalty. That wasn't the smartest move there from Trems, but he will still have the advantage of the sauce, but that penalty will not be what he wanted. I don't think that move was ever really opening up from there. I think he should have maybe just stuck behind Joe, and he does have the big tire advantage, so would have been better for him to be patient, but that's what he's done. Louis in the box for soft. Joe has set the fastest lap as well, thanks to that DRS off Louis. Not sure he'll keep that though, or DRS off Trems. I'm not sure if he'll keep that though. His soft runners will come into play. Louis has lost a good bit of time to Joe Hamster and Trems, but he will have that advantage. So he should be able to catch up quite quickly. Keza back into the lead, but he does have the penalty, so at the moment it is Scotty who is net race lead, and then Keza and Joe Hamster, but Trems is right up on the back of him. He's going to wait. Oh, he's made contact and he's going to send Joe Hamster spinning into a half spin. He's done well there to save that Joe Hamster. I think Trems just backing off, maybe just letting Joe keep that position. Just outbraving himself there, really, I think. Lucky not to get damage, of course. Joe Hamster kept it going. Luckily for him, I think Trems will be apologetic for that. Joe losing the car a little bit, but he's still going. I think he would like to fight off Trems for this P3. Of course, Trems with the penalty And Keza's got another penalty, so that's 6 seconds worth of penalties for Keza. So that will more or less confirm, unless something happens, a win for Scotty. Of course, he's 9 seconds ahead of Joe. So Joe has a lot of work to do to catch up. Keza has a lot of work to do to pull away. I don't think he'll be able to. Trent has made the overtake on Joe. He's made it cleanly as well. Joe will be looking for the cutback, but it's not going to come to fruition at the moment. I apologise for the background noise. Bon Toby has finally pitted as well for those softs. He's gone very far on those medium tyres. Joe just looking to keep it in DRS of Trends at the moment to secure that P3. Trends will have the pace though, so it will be tough, but if Joe can just keep that DRS, I'm not sure if he's got it. He has got it just about, but Trends does look like he's pulling away, maybe using that ERS to good effect. They are closing in ever so slightly on Scotty as well, only 7.7 seconds behind now, so you never know. Keza could be in danger of losing even his podium possibly at this point. Mantino picking up another penalty. Let's run down the order, see what's going on at the back. Bon Toby behind Jürger Alper, behind Mantino in this DRS change. Venturi Kent at the back, of course, having his early spin off track. Trent has taken the fastest lap. That is quick time 35.7. So he'll be looking to hold on to that. I'm not sure, maybe Louis, if he can get DRS off Joe at some point, might be able to challenge that, but he'll be wanting to catch up to Joe quite soon. Trent is looking good. He's got great pace on those softs. He's caught about a second in the last lap alone, maybe even more. So you never know. This could be a two-way fight for the lead once again with Scotty and Trent. We'll go back to the action, back at the back. There's a lot of battling going on here. Kent watching the action. Jürger Alper has gone a little bit wide. Bon Toby's gone deep. So Kent has made the double overtake there. Lovely undercut from him. He knew what he was doing there. Lovely overtake. He's made it into the top 10, so at least that's a few more points for him and the Mercedes. Scotty's closed in on Keza as well. Maybe Keza's made another mistake, possibly. Not quite sure. But yeah, if these guys keep battling the way they are, this is really going to bring Trends into it, into the closing laps of the race. Little twitch there from Keza. Scotty might look to make the overtake here, or he might wait. He's gonna go for it. He is gonna go for it. Trent has picked up a penalty. I'm not sure when he's picked that up. Keza looks like he's gonna hold it around the outside. It's quite close, but Keza does hold on for now. Kent will wait until he gets to the back straight with that DRS. Louis closing in on Joe Hamster as well. Yeah, that's really unfortunate for Trent. He's going to have to make up a lot of time now with that 3-second penalty, I presume. With me, 3 seconds. So 6 seconds for Keza. That will, at the moment, drop him down to P3. Keza, or Trent, with 3 seconds, he will stay where he is for now. Louis and Joe fighting around the outside. Joe, who's going to get DRS? Whoever gets DRS here will be able to pull away. Louis has got DRS, so I think that will be it for now. I think Joe's just going to hold off and let him be for now. Jürger Alper on 12 seconds of penalties at the moment, really stacking up for him. Not been ideal for in this race, neither Mantino, but he is in the points. Bon Toby as well. Kent looks like he's made a mistake, so Mantino will be looking to capitalise here on this. Pontobi a little bit too far back, but Mantino is going to make the overtake, I believe. Yes, he is. Down the inside, I don't think Kent will fight this, will he? No, he's going to hold back for now. Yeah, smart idea. Oh, leaders are battling into the first corner. Again, Keza holding on for now, but Scotty still sticking with him. This is a good battle for the lead. It's just really disappointing that Keza has picked up those penalties, but he has had great pace today, right from quality. Scotty picks up a penalty. That's going to be huge if Keza can pull away. I'm not sure if he can, but he will try his best. And if Scotty picks up another couple of warnings, he could really be in some jeopardy here. Keza maybe getting that confidence back, knowing that Trems and Scotty do also have penalties. Louis will be hoping to catch up on these softs. Maybe he can. You never know. He's got clean air. He's got those soft tires. It'll be interesting to see how he gets on. Scotty's still right behind Keza. These guys have been stuck like glue since lap 1. Trem's closing in as well. Only 3 seconds behind now. This could be a 3-way fight. We've got Kent. Looks like he's... Oh, we've got 3 wide. Kent has made the overtake again, but Mantino's gone down the inside. What's going to happen here? Mantino's taking it. Can Bontobi capitalise? Not at the moment. We are lying stern once again. Kent settling down in P9. Mantino taking that position back off him, but he does have that 3-second time penalty. We've got Scotty still behind Keza. He's in the prime position to take this win. Only 6 laps left, 7 laps left of this race, so we really are heading into the final stages of this. Scotty looks like he's shaping. No, he's going to just back off for now. He's going to play the long game. Of course, he knows what he's doing here in that Mercedes. They've been very good so far this season. He's going to hang back for now. Trems is still catching this group. Only 2 seconds now to Venturi Scotty, so he'll be looking to put his name into the hat for the win. Still, we've got Mantino, Kent and Bontobi fighting for the final few places. Mantino holding on. I think Kent has gone wide. He's managed to keep the car in a straight line, but he did go wide there, losing the opportunity to make the overtake. He goes down diving down the inside. Mantino looking to cut back. Can Kent get the drive off the line? He actually does. That's good racing from the two of these guys. Hopefully they don't make contact. I think Kent is just going to hold that, but that is good racing from the Mercedes and the Ferrari. Bontobi just waiting in the wings, looking for an opening here. Oh, Mantino's gone. He's spun it, but he has kept it on track. He's lost out to Bontobi. Just unfortunate for him, just maybe gone power a little bit too early there, coming out of the final corner. Is Scotty going to make this overtake? No, he's going to hang back. Very smart from him. Just he knows what he's doing. I've said that so many times. He's got that 3-second advantage to Keza, so he will just stay behind for now. Trend closing in again. Only a second and a half now behind those two leaders. Now, will Bontobi shape for the move on Kent? He's a little bit far back, but if he uses that overtake, he might be able to make it. He's not going to get the slipstream. It's going to be a little bit too far back for now. Back up to the leaders. Scotty is making the move for the lead. I think he might make this. Keza's going to hold it down the inside. He seems to have covered it off. Maybe a little bit of contact, not sure. Scotty stays behind. And this has brought Trends right into it now. 8/10 behind Scotty. So this is going to be a three-way fight for the lead of the race for the win. To get that top step on the podium. Of course, the penalties will drop Keza. He'll actually drop out of the podium as it stands. Louis only 4.2 behind the trend, so he will actually take the final place on the podium for now, but we've still got 5 laps of racing to go. Scotty, can he get that slipstream? Is he going to use the ERS? Not at the moment. I think he's going to hang back once again. But Trends is closing in, so he might have to make that move sooner rather than later if he wants to take the win. It is a really interesting fight with these guys in front. They've all had really good pace, very even as well throughout the race. The three of them have done an excellent job. No real mistakes for any of them really. It's been pretty much perfect from the three of them so far. Bontobi looks like he's making the move on count. He has made it stick this time. So that is it. Another position made for Bontobi. He'll be looking to pull away. He does have that 3 seconds, so Kent will take that position back as it stands. Joe Hamster, he's actually boxed for softs. He must be going for that fastest lap. He's going to be behind Red, so that's an interesting one. I'm not really sure if that's going to pay off. Interesting one indeed. If there were a mistake from the leaders, he could have capitalised maybe if they got more penalties or something. That's interesting. I'm not sure what your guys' thoughts are on that. Scotty really, I think he has to make a move now if he wants to keep Trends behind him. Is he going to make it down the inside? He's going to go for it. Kez is going to hold on. He's going to try it. Side by side. No, Kansas stays ahead for now. Trent's right behind this battle. Three of them so close. Typical Joe for the fastest lap, yeah. Oh, Trent's got that inside, a bit of contact. Oh, he's got a penalty as well. Oh, that's devastating for him. Just went a little bit too far over the curb, and that's going to put Louis in a great position for a podium. Also, Scotty, I think that's nearly secured him the win if he can just keep his car on track. I think Joe Hampson, I think Joe's made a mistake there. I think he, I don't know, I think he could have kept pace. We'll see how that works out. Trems and Scotty side by side once again. They don't want to fight too much or Keza will get away. Trems going around the outside to make contact again. He's going to make the move. I think Scotty might be best to just back out for now. As long as he can keep that 3 second window to Keza, he should be okay. Only a few laps left. It is an interesting one there. Starting on the soft seems risky, yeah. Trends has kept the RS. He's gonna look to take the win on track. He does have good pace on those soft tires compared to Keza's hards. Joe's going to shape for this move on red as well. You're out for another penalty. On board with Joe. Should be able to make this overtake quite smoothly on red. He's not really... He's putting in the overtake, but he's not caught up too much. Maybe red has got that low downforce setup, I'm not really sure. He's gonna try it around the outside, possibly. He might make it, you know, he's got the traction. What a move. Brilliant overtake there from Joe Hamster around the outside, of course, on those fresh softs, putting them to good use. He'll be looking to get the fastest lap on the last lap as well, on the second last lap. Trent's very close to Keza now. Doesn't want to make any more mistakes if he wants to get onto the podium. Louis is going to be laughing with this. He's going to take a P2 at the moment. He's only 3 seconds behind Scotty. Scotty is going to take the win as it stands. Trent's right behind Keza. These three battling it out. Actually, you know what? Yeah, you're dead right, Cut. I think Louis might actually take the win here. He's very close to that 3 second margin. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1. I'm not sure what that's about. But yeah, you're right. Louis could actually take the win here. I've not even noticed that yet. He's right in there, 3.1. If he can just gain a few tenths on Scotty, he might be able to take the win. That would be a great result for the McLaren driver. These three still battling it out, as they have done for much of the race. Trems does look the quickest on those softs, but of course he does have the 6 second time penalty along with Keza. As we head on to the last lap, we will see who can win this COTA Grand Prix, USA Grand Prix. Trems is really going for it. He's right up on the back of Keza. Louis is 3, he's 2.8 seconds behind it. He can keep this clean, keep pushing. He might be able to take the win. Joe Hamster does take fastest lap as expected. Oh, Louis picked up a penalty. Oh, that's devastating for him. He could have taken the win. Oh, he must be absolutely fuming with that. And Keza gets another penalty, so that will drop him way out of the podium. And I do think Joe will be regretting that. I think he could have got at least P4. He does take P2 at the moment, does Louis? Yes, you are correct. Does he? I'm not sure. Trems takes the lead. I think Keza's going to drop away back to P4 here. Trems ahead. Scotty just needs to hang back, make sure he keeps that 3 seconds between himself and Trems, which he should do. And oh, Louis will be devastated. He could have taken the win. He will still get a P2 or a P3 at the moment, a podium at least. Hello, Jelly, yes. Trems takes the race win on track. Keza P2, but Scotty will win that race. Louis will take P3, not quite the P2 or the win that he wanted, but Scotty does take the win in the Mercedes, so that's great for him. Joe coming around in P5, Red in P6. Big gap between himself and Joe there, and a big gap between Joe's screen and someone is ghosting. That must be a lap car. Joseph takes 7th place, Bon Toby takes 8th, but I think that will be P9 when Kent comes across the line. Yeah, Kent takes P8. I think we've got Atsu and Mantino still across the line. But congratulations to Mercedes and Venturi. Scotty, who has taken the win. He kept his nose clean in that race. Only one penalty compared to Trems and Keza, who racked up those penalties in the end. Trems still taking P2, and the McLaren of Louis in P3. Good result from McLaren, I suppose. P3 and P5, not too bad. They should hold on to the lead of the championship with that. And yeah, it was a good ending to the race. There was a part in the middle where there was a lack of action, you could say, but good race. Thanks, Cole. Hopefully we'll be able to see you back next week. if you are still racing. So we will try and get those podium finishers into and in for their interviews if we can. Bear with me. We'll try and get Trems and Louis in for their interviews. So I'll just run through the order for the final time. We've got Venturi Scotty taking the win. Trems J in P2 held on there for the podium, and then Louis in P3, Keza P4, Joe Hamster in the McLaren P5, good result for the McLarens. AlphaTauri of Red in P6, good result for the AlphaTauris as well to boost them up in the championship fight. The Red Bull of Joseph Grima, then Mercedes of Kent, decent result for Mercedes, obviously taking the win, and Kent in P8, so they'll be content with that. I'm not sure Kent will be too happy, but he did manage to get some points in the end. Bontobi and Mantino rounding out the top 10. Atsu in the Red Bull in P11, Jürger Alper in the Aston Martin in P12, and Jamie who DNF'd in P13. We will try to get these drivers in for their interviews in one moment. We're just trying to sort out a few issues here. I think it was a good race overall. We did have some bits in between where there wasn't a whole lot going on, but it was a good race. Great race for the lead. I think top three will be delighted with that result. Just trying to get these drivers in for their interviews. Now, let me know, guys, if the audio is okay, if you can hear me all right. Just waiting on Trems. We'll see if we can get him in for the interviews. Okay, we've got the two lads in there. We're going to just get a quick reaction from our race winner, Venturi Scotty, as well. I will read out his statement. So, Scotty says, insanely intense race from start to finish with Keza and Trems, of course. They both raced very well in this race. Looked out in the end with penalties to take the win. Really happy to continue my streak at Texas. Joe's mad. That is from Scotty, so congrats to him taking the win. Unfortunately, we couldn't talk to him as he is a PC driver, but we will be able to talk to P2 and P3, the two other drivers on the podium. So we will start off with Trems, who of course, took P2. So, Trems, how was that like? Obviously, you looked like you were possibly even on for the win at one point. Just those penalties caught you out in the end. But yeah, what did you think of that?
It was great fun, to be honest. I think my strategy worked well. It's just literally, as you said, the penalties, but I think one of them was unjust, so I'll be taking it to the stewards and move from there.
Okay, very interesting. We'll see how the stewards rule that. That'll be interesting to keep an eye on. But yeah, I saw you go for that move there on, I think it was Scotty on one of the last laps. Um,
Yeah.
what do you think? Do you regret that move, maybe, or? Um,
Um, go, I can't remember the turn number, but I just had a look at the inside, um, and I think there was a tiny bit of contact, so I backed off in the end. But it was getting to that point in the race where I had to give it a go, but don't fully commit and ruin both of our races.
yeah, no, you did. You did back off. It was good racing from the two of you, and Keza and Louis, obviously, as well. But yeah, no, well done. Still P2, good result. Good result for you and AlphaTauri, and that should give you a good footing for the rest of the season and drive you up that championship table. So, congrats.
Yeah, we'll definitely take that. Much appreciated.
All right. So, Louis, P3 again. On the last few laps there, it looked like you might have been able to take that win with the three guys ahead of you all on penalties. But then I think it was the second last lap, maybe, or last lap. You just got that penalty, so I'm sure you won't be too happy with that. But it was a great drive. So, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, so I mean, the strategy, I think I was on the same strategy as Trems, and it was a good strategy. I had a setup that wasn't too um, oversteery, so the tyres lasted quite well. So I was literally just aiming to try and get within 3 seconds of the top three, they were all penalties. So I was just on the brink of that. So on the last lap, I just thought I need to push and try and get a good lap in, and then see if I could finish third, second, or first. And I picked up a penalty on the last lap, which is wounding, but to finish P3 still, I'm still happy with that for the team. And then Joe played quite a good part, get there, letting me pass rather than putting up a fight, which was nice. So all in all, quite happy race with that. So.
Yeah, no, it was good teamwork there from the McLarens. Obviously, another good result for you, P3 and P5. Yeah, P5. But yeah, it was. I was, to be honest, if you're watching back the stream, I was devastated for you because I was looking at you and I was thinking he's going to win this, and yeah, no, it was just unfortunate there pushing. But if you don't push, you're never going to get there. So at least you tried, and it's still a good result for you and the team. But yeah, good racing from all of these, really. I think the top 3 or 4 kind of provided all the action, but it's good racing and good clean racing as well. So congrats to both of you and to Scotty as well. I think that's it. I don't think I have anything more to say. I'll let you guys go. Congrats again. Enjoy the rest of your week. And yeah, well done.
Thank you.
Alright guys, so that is the end of Tier 3 around Kota. It was a good race, a great race with the front 3. Obviously, Keza just being knocked off the podium with that penalty, but he did put in a good performance leading most of that race, really, wasn't he? So yeah, it was a good result for him and a good result for Trems and Louis and of course Scotty, who took the win. I think that's it. I think I'm going to say goodbye. Obviously, as always, this is brought to you in partnership with Gridfinder and Venturi Studios. 2 great sponsors. Go check them out. We're very proud to have them along with us, and I think that's it. I will say goodbye and thank you.